So I'm mindful of the fact that you have sort of targeted at the very beginning some tough questions that you must have asked yourself or you must have looked at. And I wrote down the top 10 tough questions to ask when starting. So if somebody went into what they think is a great idea, they find a pain point or something they can fix or something that they think might be saleable, what would be some of those tough questions you'd ask them to challenge themselves with before taking that excitement into an actual business model?
I think the very first question is, why are you doing this? What
Mm,
is the reason for doing it? And usually there's a reason. For me, it was I had a priority that I wanted to keep as my guiding light, and I had to build everything else around it. So once I knew that my priority was my children and I needed to create a business where I could be with them whenever they weren't in school, basically, or
mm,
do it from home, then I had to ask myself, is my job within my passion? Because being an entrepreneur is just beyond difficult, and there's a lot of highs, but there's also a lot of lows. So if you create a job or a career within your passion, then it makes it much easier.
mm,
And the thing that's what gets you through the tough times. That's what gets you continuing to wake up at night and just constantly thinking about it as if it was your own child. It's your baby. It is an extension of you. So if you have priority, if you have passion, and then if you define your goals, because why are you doing this? You've got to, you have your priority, you have your passion, then you got to say, well, what is my definition of success? Because everybody's definition is different for success, right? So for me, and it changes as you go. So
mm.
for me in the beginning, it was, I just want to create a company that is fiscally responsible, that allows me to be able to work and be with my girls every day.
Absolutely. Mm,
And I didn't, in the beginning, money wasn't, I was building a brand. I had no time limit. I thought, this is great. I have an outlet. I can exercise my creative muscles. I can own a business in my passion. And I get to pick my kids up from school every day. And then I spend the days with them and the weekends with them. And
mm.
that it was like that for many years. And as long as we weren't losing money, that's all I cared about. And so as they've gotten older and they're more involved and more independent, we've structured it a little bit. So yeah, I do care a little bit more about how we're going to grow and are we going to make money, um and that's the neat thing about creating your own and being an entrepreneur, is that your definition of success and your goals are your own. And nobody can
Mhm.
tell you that you're not successful. It's how do you define
And
success?
how do you define